Okay, everybody, let's have a look at this week's new vocabulary. So here's a word we did last week. It's exotic, and we know we have like exotic fruit. So we have, for example, the dragon fruit. Okay, dragon fruit is an exotic fruit. We have lychee. Lychees are exotic fruit, and over here we have some exotic flowers. Okay, so exotic, as we know, means fascinating because it is very different from the ordinary. So we would say an apple or a banana is an ordinary fruit, but for people coming to Taiwan, perhaps dragon fruit is an exotic fruit because people don't have that fruit in their country. That's why we say it is an exotic fruit. So exotic is an adjective, it goes before the noun. Exotic fruit, exotic flower, exotic animals. Incredulous. Okay, so incredulous, as you know, it means something that is doubtful, hard to believe. Okay, incredulous. So if something is hard to believe, we say that it is incredulous. Legendary. And as we know, legendary means someone who has been famous for a long time, famous for a long period of time. So well known, famous, much talked about over a long period of time. So someone who is only famous for a short period of time, we would say they are famous. But someone, for example, Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan, who have been famous for many, many, many years, we would say they are legendary. Lurk, as we know, lurk means to hide, but it also means hiding, getting ready to attack. Okay, so that's the difference between lurking and hiding. So lurk means to prowl or to lie hidden, as though about to attack. Okay, lurk. Menagerie. Now we know that menagerie is a collection of animals kept in cages for showing to the public. Okay, so menagerie is a collection of animals. Usually it's held privately. Okay. So our first new word is naive, N-A-I-V-E, naive. And naive, look at this picture here. Okay. Now this picture here, we see the fruit is saying, look guys, we're moving. And they're moving from there into the blender, okay? Now they think it's a good thing that they're moving into the blender. But what happens when all the fruit goes in the blender? They all get turned into juice, right? They all die. So another idea here is, look at this lotto, okay? People buy this, they pay $2, and they think they're going to win millions and millions of dollars. Do we think that that person is actually going to win? No. So, naive means that you are inexperienced, you are ready to accept without analyzing, or that you are simple in a childlike way or innocent. Okay? So if you think that something is going to happen, but in reality it's probably not going to happen, then you are naive. So for example, you have a very big math exam tomorrow, but you haven't studied anything for the last 3 weeks. So it's naive of you to think that you will get 100%, okay? Because if you didn't study, so how can you get 100%? If you think you're going to get 100%, then you are being very naive. Next word here is panda, P-A-N-D-E-R. So in this picture here, we have the person who was the president of the United States, George Bush, okay? And he famously said, "Read my lips, no new taxes." Okay? Why would he say no new taxes? Because he wants to get elected one more time. Okay? So he's saying something to the people so that they will want to vote for him. Okay? So panda means to give or to promise what is wanted in order to please someone. So he wants to please the people. He wants them to vote for him. So he's going to promise something, okay, in order to get what he wants. He might not actually do it, but panda means to promise something in order to please someone else. The politician was pandering to the crowd by promising that he would lower taxes. Okay, so panda is to promise something in order to make someone happy. Panda. Our next word here is plausible. Now, I don't know if you know this TV show called Mythbusters. What they do is they look at something and they prove whether something is true or not, or whether it is not true. Okay? Now, in between true and not true, we have this word here, plausible. Okay? Now, plausible means something that seems to be true, but not necessarily so. Okay? So, it may be true, but it may not be true. Okay? It could possibly be true, but not totally true. Okay? So, let's look at the sentence. Jerry's explanation of why he was late seems plausible, so I will accept it. Okay? So Jerry's explanation why he's late, maybe he says, my bus was late. Okay? Now that could be true, so we think that that is a plausible excuse. Okay? If Jerry's explanation of why he was late to school was that aliens came and took him away, then that is not plausible. Okay? It seems not to be true. So plausible means that something seems to be true. Okay, this word, preposterous. Okay, look at this hamster. Do you think a hamster could be this size? Look at this. Is this a llama? I'm not sure. It has 2 heads. Okay, do you think that this could be true? Preposterous means too absurd, too unbelievable to be believed, or ridiculous. Okay? So preposterous is something that is unbelievable, can't be believed, it is ridiculous. You cannot believe this preposterous newspaper story that a 6-month-old baby speaks 3 languages. Do you think that a 6-month-old baby can speak 3 languages? That's preposterous. That is unbelievable. Not true. Ridiculous. Scrupulous. Okay, look at this man. He's cutting the grass using scissors. He's so careful. He's so particular with the way that he is cutting the grass. Okay? These people here are counting votes, okay? So the votes go, he counts the votes, he counts the votes, he counts the votes, he counts the votes, okay? And this person here, this person here, this person here, they're there to watch what they're doing. So they are being very, very careful with what they are doing. So scrupulous means paying close attention to the smallest detail. Scrupulous. So if your teacher goes through and corrects every single mistake with a period or a comma, or every single little mistake, we could say they are very scrupulous, a scrupulous teacher. The teacher kept a scrupulous record of all homework that was missing. So it means a very, very careful record. Scrupulous also means acting in a correct and honest manner. So if someone always does an honest thing, does the right thing, we could say they are very scrupulous. The children were scrupulous in the way they divided the candy they received on Halloween. So, in this way, we mean that the children divided the candy that they got for Halloween in a correct and honest way. So each child got the exact same amount of candy. Okay? If someone was taking more candy and they weren't being honest, we would say they were unscrupulous, not scrupulous. Okay? Well, that's all for now.